Hello everyone, Untitled 2, and welcome to another Forge 114.4 mod overview, this time on more progression, a mod that adds a bunch of different armor, tools, ores, food, building blocks, trees, a few other different things to interact with, such as a crusher or reinforced barrel, and biomes. So let's get started. The first few ores you can probably encounter is most likely the fossil, corrupted, and mystical. The fossil you'll get bone fragments from, which you can use to make bones or tools and armor. If you have fortune, you can get a lot more from them. For corrupted, you get experience as far as I know. And with mystical, obviously you get mystical shards. You do get a lot more with fortune, or at least sometimes it seems so. But you can use this for a dark jewel, which doesn't have a use at the moment. Once you get to certain other levels, obviously, underground, you're going to obviously want ironite. You're going to need a diamond pickaxe to mine it, or higher. And you get a single ironite gem that you can use for tools, armor, or a decoration block. And you get more if you have fortune. You've got tritanium, which you'll need an ironite pickaxe or higher for, and you can either smelt this to make tools and armor, or you can make it in a crusher to get more, as well as a few of the other ores in the mod. You have ender, which you need tritanium or higher. You can either smelt it to make an ender infuser or a block of ender, or you can make it in an ender infuser with iron ingots and just some coal in there for fuel. And last, we have thorium, which you can use for a dark jewel or block. And if you have fortune, you can obviously get a lot more from it as well. Other than that, we'll cover the tools and armor. So, you've got the following for each, in terms of attack damage and durability. Axles made like so, with a pick, shovel, and axe in the following way. And other than that, I'll just show off some of the harvesting speeds. After removing the weather. So, bone, ironite, tritanium, and uranium. And then bone obviously can't mine diamond, but ironite and higher obviously can. And I'll show off these shovels as well. Next we have the armor, which has the following protection and durability: no armor toughness. Got ironite, which does have armor toughness, and gives the following protection, as well as has the following durability. Now, for the rest of these, they do have more than the mod that displays more armor on the bar can display, so Just be careful with what you can sort of gauge it to be. And obviously if I put the boots on, there's a lot more than what can be displayed, so let's keep that in mind. Got dragon scale. And we've got Uranium as well. Now for the sort of, I guess, ore outcomes or recipes in the crushers and ender infuser. The crusher can be used for ores to dusts, which you can make like so, very early game, with cobble and a furnace. And this is just 8 and just with 1 coal used in the fuel slot. And these are the outcomes of the ores that can be turned into dust compared to those that can't be crushed. Otherwise, some of these, of course, you can smelt in a furnace, but you'd want to use fortune for it typically. And you can obviously smelt the dusts in either a blast furnace or a regular furnace. And some of them obviously you can't smelt, but for those that do drop something, of course you can smelt them if you wish. And no, there isn't a gravel, sand, or bone type recipe. Most of these are all just for ores, nothing else with any particular ones as far as I could find. Next up, the ender infuser is made like so with ender blocks and ender ingots, which you can use for tritanium to make enderanium, or iron ingots to make ender ingots, besides going to the end to get ender ore all the time. Finally, we have the reinforced barrel, which is pretty much just a blast resistant barrel. It requires obsidian sticks and a spruce barrel or regular barrel, depending on if you have a mod that adds more. Probably just put this out somewhere and get a few blocks of gold in here. Not sure if the inside happened to actually be removed or not. Nope, just for some reason the inventory just doesn't stay in there. For whatever reason. So I'm assuming that if you want to have it where you're transporting stuff, you can, and it would be blast resistant. I'm assuming that's not supposed to happen, but for the current state of the mod, it's constantly open when you get it the first time. And ironic as that is. The first time you get it though, it's obviously closed, but other than that, the barrel does get stuck. So I'll just get a hopper. Put some barrels into it and clearly be blast resistant. Other than that, it just disappears eventually for whatever reason. Other than that, in the next part we'll show the food, different blocks, as well as the biomes, and some of the drops from the trees.